Hey guys, a lot of you, well, Sammy's Mo's Gecko was asking me to do a care video for Kai. I can't really actually show you a cage because I'm using a camera on a laptop, but I can explain what to do. First off, you want at least a 40-gallon tank. Some people use fish tanks. Honestly, mine is a 40-gallon breeder tank or 45. Mine's actually really small for them. People say at least a 55-gallon, which I think the bigger the better, obviously. So for the tanks, I'd say a 55-gallon would do best, except you get a 40-gallon breeder tank. Nothing lower than 40 though. 40 is your complete lowest. So for substrate, I'd get I don't think people should use aspirin because I've had a lot of herpetologists say it can help grow mites easier and stuff like that. So I'd recommend not using it, but I use Weptabark, something like that. It's this really healthy mulch. It's organic too, and Kai likes it. She loves burying it. It is really expensive, and people say aspirin. Again, it causes it can grow organisms faster, but it's cheaper and there's more in it. So that's another thing. Except honestly, I don't really care about that because it helps her health. But yeah, for substrate Weptabark, people say Kale Fresh, except I don't know if it would work because it gives people say it works fine and people have been caught using it and they've been just it works fine. I'm not in trouble caught. I mean just people seen them use it successfully. But I use Weptabark, never sand because a lot of you might know impaction when they eat sand. Weptabark, it's too big for them to eat or something like that. I forget exactly. But you won't really expect them to eat it unless it's covered in the food. Except if you have a clean cage, like I do in a fish bowl. I mean not a fish bowl, a feeding bowl that's always clean. It'll be good. So for temperature, I say let me go check exactly, but I'm pretty sure mine is 90. Let me see. Yeah, it was the day basking spot again is 90 to 95, and then the cool side should be 70 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and then at night it should be to I'd say 70 to 75 because I think the 60s is a little too cold, but for the thing. And then for eating, they need a diet of insects, protein, meat, and veggies. It's something 60% veggies, 40% insects, and 10% fruit. Well, I honestly only really feed him meat. I feed him veggies and meat. I feed him sometimes fruit for a snack with a ton of calcium on it, not too much, but But I usually don't feed him insects. I tried feeding him crickets, and she never eats it. I've had 12 crickets. I put the amount you should put in 12 in there. I've had 36 crickets. I put 12 in a cage. She didn't eat any of them. I would always just find them dead on the ground. And these are alive. These fresh and healthy. They have a good environment. They used to when they were alive. They had a good environment. But she just doesn't eat them. I tried to get mealworms, but again, I couldn't get them, and I don't know if the best thing for it, so I just fed it a little more variety of meat, and meat has protein, so I sort of thought that maybe some people other reptiles say you can feed them already dead, healthy mealworms and stuff. And I fed it once or twice. Still okay, I'd say. So for feeding veggies, nothing with citrus in it. Nothing at all. They can eat all kinds of squash. They can eat apples. They can eat, don't know exactly. I'm pretty sure pears or something like that. Except I don't know pears. I'll try to link or put a description to BlueTongue another care sheet. Because again, mine's my care video is not exactly. This is was my first reptile. I'm doing everything good except I'm getting my info from BlueTongue Skinks and that type of thing. So for feeding layer, yeah, I feed, some people feed them kale, carrots, squash, all kinds of squash. I mainly feed a squash, really. Squash, carrots, peas. I'm pretty sure broccoli. I don't know if a lot them. I've seen videos of people feeding broccoli. I'm not sure about that because I don't know if it was on the distinct care sheet I read, but I don't know about that. And then that's really it for feeding. And the food, I don't like feeding food. Like I only said one apples. I don't really like feeding food because I always feel like it's gonna be at her stomach. Because I fed her food before, and usually she has a little bit of like wet poop, like not the solid one she first had when I first got it, which is like not like really wet. But I don't know. I think it just doesn't digest as well, so I just don't feed her as much food. But I only really feed apples. I want to try to get more variety as it goes, but also what's it called? I'll get it. I saw this on Ella Reptile. Juvenile beta dragon bites. Like a food. They said it's pretty good, and I think it is, cause if you look in it, it has a bunch of good food. Like it has a bunch of calcium and has a bunch of vitamins in it. And I think it looks good for feeding too. Yeah. So I think that's good for food, and then like for water again, like obviously it's nothing like really like nothing besides water for like drinking, unless like you come across, I don't know, I've never really heard of like some really good drink, but if you can't, like you do your own research for that. So for the setup of it, I mean not the setup, what should I go on next? I guess yeah, the setup of it. Again, you want at least one hide. I do it on the cool side, except you should have at least two hides really, for like one on the cool side and one on the hot side. I only have one right now on the cool side, just because I have so much, like my substrate's like literally like that thick, and she just builds in it like all the time. Then I have a basking spot. Obviously I have these cool little rocks. They're not like natural rocks, like I got them at PetSmart, I think it was, the rocks. So yeah, I use those too. And then plants too. I don't know about live plants. I've never really seen anybody have live plants, but you can have that. Like also for setup again, BlueTongues love, and they just love on like to explore. I put my BlueTongue Skink, I've said this in another one of my videos, on the ground, and she just like roam around. Like usually in a cage, she just like basks and hides. But I saw she was like different. She just loved it. She just ran around. Then when I picked her up, like she just wanted to stay down, which I could get. So yeah, try to change up your cage a little bit. Like whenever I pick her up, I like move around the little hide. Like it could be like right here. I pick her up and I move it when she was hiding. It could be like all the way over there. I switch it up a little bit, not too much. That's for that. Thinking what other stuff. Humidity. I'm not pretty sure about the humidity. I get like maybe 30 to 50. Except honestly, that's what this here got another one. I saw somebody way. I like again. I'm new at it, so I still use some care guides. Except I don't really care as much about the humidity because I had mine expected and stuff. Like I wanted to make sure when I got it, because I was like my own for most of the research I did, and I still have a bunch of care sheets. Like I have a whole food thing. I'll show that to you in a second, and I'll put the link in the description. But again, for humidity, I don't know. I'd say maybe the most would be 50. Even when shedding, I've seen it in the respiratory system. They get a bunch of mucus on the eyes, and they get really sick, and it's just so painful for them. So I'd say like low humidity, not too low, like 10%. Like really, I'd say like maybe 30, 50, 50 the most. Like maybe around the acidic and like 32 maybe, like around there. But mine again, I don't really care about the humidity. I don't need one because my water bowl is it's like around that big. And since I have a smaller tank, the people's like the hipologist I had come, they said that should be fine for the humidity. And was it he? Yeah, it was a he. He checked it and he said it'd be fine too. And also at the place where I bought it, they said it should be fine too. So I guess that's like really it. That's all I can really think of. Maybe like decorations again, that could go with hiding. Again, like one log. Not like, again, I forgot to say, like nothing too high where they can jump down, because they don't have like, we have a fear of heights like we do. Like again, I'm not like, don't leave them or have somewhere like really high. Like don't have a little, like if you have one of the really tall cages, like my video camera's smaller, really tall, don't like get really really tall, because again they'll just jump down. Like they won't really know. Mine usually doesn't jump down. I had in my hand, you saw in one video I had like right there. Again, I thought about it and I put another hand over it like in a few seconds later. She usually doesn't jump, except again hipologists say that they will jump, and I actually believe that because I've seen it. Try to jump on my hands like right there. You've seen it try to jump on the keyboard. She tried to do that before. I like the care video. So yeah. Also, maybe since Samuel's geckos also said a care video, not like a care sheet video. Also, maybe for shedding purposes, like when I'm shedding, obviously try not to like handle it. Sometimes I handle it and I don't like peel off the dead skin. If you peel off on the mouth, it can whip off its jaws. You've seen like mouthwash and stuff. It like whips it off. My friend told me that, Kevin. You've seen it, like he not with his BlueTongue, except you've seen it. Also, eyes can come out and like nose can get really damaged. So never really pull it off. With the tail too, because again, their tails can come off. And with the hands, the fingers also when the shedding, look for the fingers, because like, do you know how we have like right there with our fingers? Sometimes the shedding gets stuck there, and then like the finger comes off because it doesn't get enough blood flow or something like that. So with shedding, be careful. The tail, like the main places I always look out for while shedding is like the face, the top head, like at the hands, and the feet and the tail. Like that's all really. The tail not as much because I've seen it, and I sometimes help. I say not to, except I sometimes help. Like I don't pull it off. I just randomly, like I just like chip it over it, like not like chip it, but like I break a part of it off so she can get the rest off by herself. But I think it'd be better not to tandem them. I still feed it because I feel like she eats. She still eats it. Except I don't feed her a ton, so it'd make a thing. Like I feed her a little snack. Like maybe I feel like a piece of apple like that big, and mine sheds like really quickly, like about like maybe an hour. It sheds a perfect shed, maybe a little bit longer, like if she feels lazy. And yeah, like that's really it I can think of. I'm checking again on my checklist. I put a bunch of facts on this little thing. Yeah, I don't know. There was some bunch of facts, and I guess they also they live like 15 to 20 years. They can get like 24 inches long. We caught like 27 too. I guess that's it, really. Well, thanks for watching, guys. See you later.